To everyone watching, I want to take a moment to let you make a decision to stay and watch this video or click off this video. See, I'm not sure if I'll ruin this for you. Having said that, this video will resume in Hello everyone, welcome to the first Perry Pencil movie review. For my first choice, I chose Wonder Woman 1984. My wife and I had a wonderful time watching this movie. Surprisingly, there was a lot of negative and mixed reviews. I decided to ignore all of that and just watch this movie. And let me tell you, my wife and I had a great time. Okay, so let's review Wonder Woman 1984 then. So Wonder Woman 1984 is a direct sequel to the Patty Jenkins film Wonder Woman 2017. So we have Patty Jenkins back again, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Chris Pine as Steve Trevor, and a new villain, Maxwell played by Pedro Pascal. We also have Kristen Wiig as Cheetah, who before this film starred in the female Ghostbuster film. The events take place in 1984, correlating with the title of this film. I immediately fell in love with the much lighter tone of this film. I was reminded of Superman 3 with Richard Pryor. The tone of Superman 3 was also lightened up after the darker tone of Superman 1 and 2, directed by Richard Donner. The things that work for me in this film is the return of Patty Jenkins directing this film, Gal Gadot not only returning to this film but has already starred as Wonder Woman in at least 3 films already. And it should be appreciated to see the same actor for the sake of continuity. Also by now, much like Hugh Jackman to Wolverine, Robert Downey Jr. to Iron Man, I think it's safe to say Gal Gadot is definitely Wonder Woman. This time around, I think Gal Gadot stuck the landing here, with the action scenes when she's not Wonder Woman, and my next big point is the chemistry between Steve and Diana. I was interested to see how they would pull off the return of Steve Trevor. In the first Wonder Woman film, Steve Trevor is Diana's god into our world. Then during World War I, and now in Wonder Woman 1984, Steve Trevor is the fish out of water with his fashion and his subtle changes since World War I. They do more than enough in this movie to keep things new. Speaking of new, Pedro Pascal as Maxwell Lord was a great comic book villain. He was different. He was unconventional, which was a breakaway from a superpowered hero versus a superpowered villain. In this film, Wonder Woman had to deal with human nature, the emotions of everyone during the events that's going on in the world at that time. The big physical showdown that takes place during the final act is accredited to Cheetah. Cheetah was portrayed by Kristen Wiig. There is 3 stages to Cheetah's character development. You have Barbara in her awkward nerdy stage, which was good for the comedic aspect, which my wife and I enjoyed. Then she gains a lot more confidence as she evolves into the Cheetah persona. Then we have Cheetah. The final fight between Wonder Woman and Cheetah was climactic. I want to note that there are so many fight scenes to choose from regarding the superhero genre. So for me, it worked. She behaved like a cheetah, like the character in the comic book. I personally believe there are always going to be high expectations regarding these final fight scenes. It worked for the narrative of this film. The mall scene in the beginning was a classic superhero scene, a true nod to the traditional 80s hero, taking down the bad guys. This scene is lacking in modern superhero films. I want to mention the opening flashback scene with a much younger Wonder Woman on the island of the Niskara to reintroduce the viewer to the mythology of Amazonian world. There is a competition that Diana wasn't ready for. The actual winner may have been the African American version of Wonder Woman. Finally, this movie has that 80s nostalgia that is lacking in the comic book movie genre. My wife and I had a lot of fun watching this movie. I suggest when going into this movie, just watch it for what it is, a fun, adventurous comic book movie. There are always going to be those films that you expect to be super realistic. At the end of the day, this isn't one of those films. It's a Wonder Woman 1984 film. For those of you that already saw this movie, did you enjoy it? Are there movies you may want to see me review in the future? Let me know in the comment section. And until next time, take care.